Masters of the Universe Revolution teases Cats Lair and Duplico on Walmart. Oh my, let's discuss what figures that might be coming to the Revolution series and more right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael? It's been a week.
It has been a week, and weekend's been nice. My cousins came to visit, and we had a very nice time just going out to dinner, and we've had my nephew here for the last few days, so it's fun.
Oh, that's nice.
What about you?
That's always fun. Spend some time with family, right?
How's your weekend going?
Good. I had lunch with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law yesterday.
Nice.
Hung out down by the beach. So that was nice.
That is awesome.
Today, just running errands and writing up articles.
Yeah, because the news just doesn't stop. There were some that just dropped like 15 minutes before we were supposed to go on the air. So it's funny.
Exactly.
Well, good. Yes. Well, we have a bunch of people on, so let's just say hello to the chat before we dive in. We have a German Retro Toys. Kelvin, how you doing, my friend? Toy Habits crew member, getting a little discombobulated. Neil Hunter Hyde is in the house. Stanley's Toy Channel is in the house. A crew member speaking moistly. And Pride of Grayskull, good to see you, my friend. Another crew member. We have Brennan Barnes. We have Bethany calling in from across the pond. We have J Mac Thomas. Hello, Cora. King Panther. We have Clint, wonderful crew member. Cowabunga Dude, Paul, Cute Cult, Randall, DJ 5000, Brian, Robert Allison Drini, who's a crew member, Payne's Toy Samples, who's also a crew member, Helder Santos, Gregory, Kevin, sorry, I'm mixing up my names now, Henry, Rob 2023, awesome person, really appreciate all you've done. Toy Addict, we have Douglas in the house, who is a newish crew member. Beanie Bear Jam 26. We got Kay, Kenton, me, Timlock, Too Bad Dad, the Man Child is in the house. Hal, Steve. Oh boy. All right. There's a lot of people here. Toys of Time Gone By, Thomas and Tony, and I think that is it. And we have a special guest backstage as well. So can't wait to meet him, everybody, because this is actually the first time we were having him on the show, and Jimmy just snuck in as well. So just wanted to
Can I say a big thank you to Rob first before we dive in with our guests too?
Of course.
Because oh my God, Rob, super excited for what's on the way. But thank you for hooking us up with Mossy.
That's awesome. Of course, we wanted to say hello to our Toy Habits crew. We love you very much, and thank you for the support. And also wanted to say welcome to our newest member, Dwayne Otley, who just joined a couple days ago. So thank you, my friend. Hopefully he's on. If you're on, just throw something in the chat so we know you're here. Awesome. All right. So so what I wanted to say is we have a special guest, and this special guest floored us with something that he did for us, and we wanted to bring him live on the show to talk so he could talk about it. So everybody, could you please give a huge Toy Habits welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. This is aka Daniel. If you've seen him in the chats, welcome, my friend. He also has a YouTube channel called Soundtracks with Birdman. So welcome, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here. How are y'all?
We are good. Thanks for coming on.
We're great.
Well,
thank you for being here, Daniel.
No problem.
Thank you so much for that, awesome thing that you surprised us with, and we're gonna let you tell the chat about it. But I was floored.
I know it's been an expensive year for us adult collectors of toys and other things that we collect. We all have our vices that we like to amass to remember happier times of childhood. But I know the Ghost dropped, and the Thundercats Kitty Cat home dropped, and someone wants the Ghost and someone wants a Kitty Cat home. And y'all do a lot of work, and I think y'all have got a great community being built here on YouTube. I think everyone's welcomed here. Everyone has a good time. And I wanted to give something back to y'all. So I started a GoFundMe. So Toy Habits can get the ghost. Toy Sorcerers can get the kitty cat home. Hopefully.
Oh my God.
I set the goal for 1,000. I was thinking kitty cat home is cheaper than what it really is. But I think if we reach 1,000, you and Toy Habits can split it up, where it's fair. And right now we're at $2.69. I was expecting a lot of $1, $2, $3, whatever. But people have been very generous with $50, and one gentleman dropped a $69. And
we're Silver K.
So thank you all. I hope you all got my thank you note that I sent out. Just so everyone knows, the money goes directly to Toy Habits. It does not go through my fingers. I get an alert when you make a donation. I will send out a thank you note as soon as I can. I appreciate everyone chipping in. If everyone just gave $2 or $3, I think we would get to 1,000 rather easily with everyone who watches this channel and participates in the chat. And it doesn't have to be. Thank you for the $50 and the $69, but it doesn't have to be a whole lot of money. Everything adds up. And I know that kitty cat home's expensive, and your Thundercats need a home, and your Star Wars dudes need a Ghost Starfighter.
Yeah, they do. Daniel, I want to say, this is the nicest thing that anyone has ever done or thought about to do for us. Yes. So we were completely floored and just taken back by just the generosity and the thoughtfulness. But while we're on the topic, just want to say thank you to the man-child for throwing a $50 super chat on YouTube. Very nice of you, and this will definitely help bring down the cost of the ghost and the cat's lair. So thank you, my friend.
Oh God.
Yeah, if you've seen the man-child's YouTube channel, he does amazing reviews, and he usually gets the figures way ahead of everyone else. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much to the man-child for your awesome super chat. Thank you for all of you who have donated to this GoFundMe. Daniel, you have touched us so incredibly. I was floored when you sent this, and thank you so much for setting this up. This is awesome. As you know, Michael and I work really hard to bring you guys the YouTube channel and the website, and we do this for the love of toys. We're not, we're not making a fortune off of this. We're trying to cover our costs. We're trying to just, bring this here for the community. We have such a good time. And I want to thank all the people who've donated. You know who you are. Those are really close crew members, and you guys are incredible for your donations. Thank you so much for helping. You know how much, I love the Cat's Lair, and I think it's an incredible project, and I can't wait to see it funded. So thank you guys for helping out, for donating, and it's going to be, this is going to be part of the community. So as soon as that Cat's Lair comes in, it's going to get a full-on review, and you guys are going to get to see it firsthand. So it won't be just for my enjoyment. It's going to be for everybody's enjoyment. So Daniel, crew, everybody who donated, and all of you guys out there, thank you so much. And man-child, wow, $50 super chat. You are more than generous. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Really, really great. And if I can give a shout out to the couple people who are on there, I know we've got an anonymous donor, but Giraffe, Joe, Daniel, and I can't see it because it's kind of small. 1 sec. Last one. I don't have my glasses on. And Brennan Barnes, you guys are incredible. You guys are awesome crew members. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's really touching.
I'm very glad I'm not a Thundercats fan, because I would have to get that kitty cat home. That is just that looks amazing.
I wonder what all your dogs will think about the kitty cat lair.
Yeah, that may not go well.
Yeah, are they gonna go scratch at it and hiss, or growl or something at the damn thing? They're gonna think it's a real cat.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. And I know you have to get on your way because you have other things to do, because unlike myself, you have a life and stuff to tend to.
Well, I just want to say, people, my sister, when I told her I started a YouTube channel, and she's like, how much money are you making? And I'm like, you don't do this to be making money. You do this because you love what you're talking about. And and also for me, I wanted to meet new people and build community and make some friends. And as far as my channel goes, I got like 300 something subs, but I've made some really close friends off of it.
That's what it's about.
And I mean, and y'all have done phenomenal with all the subs you have, but you really do have a community. A lot of people have channels that get a lot of views, a lot of clicks, a lot of thumbs, and a lot of comments, but they don't really have a community behind it. And the community is worth more than the sub count and the thumbs up. And I mean, that's all of y'all. If y'all weren't the way you were, there would be no community here. Thank you for doing that and nurturing the community that you have here. It's totally awesome. I wish I could have gotten you the ghost and gotten you the cat's lair on my own.
You're so sweet.
I know.
I mean, anything that the community do, serious guys, $1, $2, $3, $5. It may not seem like a lot. It does add up rather quickly. We're pushing $300 right now. We're like 30% funded with no stretch goals.
No way.
No stretch goals. But anyway, you guys check out Daniel's channel, Soundtracks with Birdman. Please support him too, because he has an incredible channel. You're such a great guy. You're so kind-hearted. Please support Daniel as well. Let's help his channel grow, and everybody show your love and support for Daniel. Check out Soundtracks with Birdman. Sorry, it's down right there. You're wonderful. And also Manchild, he has a great channel too. Please check out his channel as well. All of you guys are fantastic. So thank you so much.
And you got the link for the GoFundMe?
Yeah, I had dropped it in the chat, and thank you again for even thinking of us in this type of way. It's really touching, and it really means a lot. It's so nice of you.
Yeah. And I've never done it before. I don't know if it expires after a certain time or you have to end it, but
okay.
I was going to let it run until I guess the end of the funding thing for the items.
Thank you. Well, anything helps. These are obviously big ticket items, and I haven't actually reviewed something this huge before, so this will be something new for me.
I know. Yeah.
Well, they both look amazing, and I hope that you both get them and you're extremely happy with them, and they bring years of enjoyment and happiness.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Daniel. We appreciate it.
I'm gonna jet. I got 2 more clients to get to today, and I got 10 dogs to get home to tonight to eat supper. So everyone take care. And if this was my channel, I would say adopt, don't shop, keep listening to great film scores. Talk to you later. Bye.
Awesome.
Bye, Daniel.
Bye. Oh, what a great guy. Yeah, his it's funny, we should have him. He's really into the Indiana Jones figures. We should have him on for an indie show sometime.
I did not know that, because that's something you guys are going to see, a little sneak peek. I have some indie stuff in my toy halls that we are going to have a private live stream for our junkies and addicts after this at 4:15.
Yeah.
And you'll see some indie stuff in our toy hall this week.
Totally. Yeah, it's all good. It's all fun. Speaking of fun, also, we just wanted to, I don't know if you've heard, but we also made some What the Flock merch. So you can find that in our YouTube store. And I'm actually I got one of the t-shirts just to test the quality, and it's super comfortable and super it's really nice. So
that's awesome. I have a sample on the way. I actually populated the store with a lot more of our designs yesterday. So if you click on any of the links for the designs are on through the YouTube channel, it'll take you to our new spread shop page, and you'll see a whole bunch of designs on there as well if you click on the home page.
So cool.
So yeah,
that is awesome. Really want to send a huge shout out to Robzilla becoming Toy Habit's newest crew member. Welcome, Rob. We appreciate the support, and you are joining a wonderful bunch of people. Of course, everybody is wonderful, but our crew is very special.
Welcome, Robzilla. Happy to have you on board.
Yes. And I know that we are going to make Mr. Terrence a little bit mad with this one, but he's going to have to deal with it. So we just wanted to make a short Cat's Lair update. And yes, Terrence, I know that all the YouTubers are talking about this because I think it's actually really exciting. So Toy Sorceress.
Super exciting.
Tell me about it.
85% funded. And, we have until midnight tonight, Pacific Standard Time, to get to the 3,000 backer goal in order to get the early backer Key of Thundera special bonus for all of those who back up before midnight tonight, if we hit 3,000. And right now it's actually at 2621. So we are
That's really cool.
379 backers away from hitting our goal, and we've got, you know, a little under 6 hours, or a little over 6 hours to go. So actually, no, I'm tired. A little under 9 hours to go. What time
Gotta
is
get
it?
your
It's
time
like
straight for these
45.
pre-orders, or you're gonna miss
Oh my
out
god,
again.
it's been a long day.
I bet. Yeah, don't pull a Mondo Skeletor with the Cat's Lair.
No, I know. I've been busy writing articles all afternoon, and I'm just like, you know, time and space have no meaning right now for me.
I know, right? Yeah, it's hard. But Rob, I just wanted to say, go to our community section, and we posted a link to the special live stream that's only available for the junkies and addicts. So just go there after the stream, and you can pop on, and we got some more stuff. So thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, welcome. You can jump in on that. It'll be fun. Yeah, so this is incredible. So Michael, do you think we'll make it in time?
I think so, because there's usually that spike of people who are just waiting for the clock to run out before they pull the trigger. And so I think so. I think like possibly Super 7 is maybe holding some back, because what did they do? They added the international orders, and that kind of bumped it up quite a bit, right?
They did add the international orders, I think, on Friday, and opened it up to Canadian backers as well. And the other thing I did notice, Michael, because I've been watching the counter very closely, they don't update it in real time as each backer is purchasing it. They're gathering data, and then they're doing dumps every, I don't know how many hours, but it's like, it's been, I know, I call it a dump. They've been doing dumps of like backers every so many hours, and so it's not updating that quickly. So at this moment, we might already have hit our goal. We just don't know yet.
Well, that's awesome. There's actually a few folks that are just backing it right now. So
all right,
Ray's owner will back it on the last day. We just have Sir Matt Douglas, who just backed it. I mean, this is a huge investment, people. So that's really cool.
It's huge. But you know what? I want to tell you guys. I looked at the payment plans that were on there, and there's a couple options. If you don't want to, pay for it all in one chunk, they actually do have one that's a free payment plan, and they break it up into like 6 weeks. And I think it's like every 2 weeks that they bill you, and it's free. They don't charge you any interest on that. So basically, whatever credit card you're going to use to pay for it, they'll break up the payments in like 6 payments on your credit card, or 6. Yeah. So I think it's actually maybe 6 weeks at a time. So it's multiple, maybe 3 payments, whatever it is. It's a 6 week. It's a 6 week payment plan. So they'll break it up into payments on your credit card. They won't charge you any interest. If you do want longer than that, there were 2 other options. There was a 6-month payment plan, and I think it was only like, it was pretty cheap. It was like $16 extra total to get the 6-month payment plan, and that's broken up into 6-month payments, I think, through your credit card. And there was one more 12-month payment plan, which was like $40-something in interest, but then you get a whole year. And I don't know if that's through ShopPay's card or your own card, but in any case, at least they're giving people options to make this a little bit less painful to pay for if you can pay for it over time. So if you do want to spread it out that long, it'll cost you a little extra for either 6 months or 12 months, but it'll give you a little bit more breathing room to pay for this thing. So think about that. If you're thinking about getting this, and if you want that special key of Thundera, jump in today.
That's awesome. Yeah, just I guess look at your interest rate options and payment plans, and I'm sure you'll find something good for yourself. Just want to plus in a comment from Primate76. He's always sending us stuff through Instagram. Really nice guy, and thank you so much for just being cool and sending stuff. I think he's in Germany, so I think we have a couple folks from Germany that are on the stream. So
thank you so much for Hola Primate. ¿Cómo va? I know he's always sending me Spanish stuff too, so he probably, I don't know if you speak Spanish, but gracias.
That's very cool. And then the stuff that has dropped today, and literally like maybe 10 or 15 minutes was so Duplico is now on Target. Surprise. Walmart's exclusivity must have ran out, and so that's actually probably music to people's ears, because it's just another place where you can get Duplico, and they may take care of the package a little bit nicer than Walmart.
Yeah, so huge shout out to Dan Diego, one of our crew members, close friend of the channel and the website. Thank you so much for sending us this link. Duplico is actually on sale for like $12.77, I think, on Target, although he shows right now in my area sold out. I don't know about you too, Michael. I don't know if he might pop up in stock maybe in other places across the country, because the stock may vary depending on what distribution center they're getting it from.
Yes. Yeah, that's yeah, you always have to look at the stock status, but total surprise. Like I didn't expect Target or anyone else to have this, with Walmart having a stranglehold on the figure, but I think it's like every single thing that Walmart does, their exclusivity runs out, and so he's available in other places. Hopefully he comes up on like fan channel ones too, right? Like Entertainment Earth.
Absolutely. I don't see why he wouldn't at this point. You know, he may come up on Amazon and maybe EE and BBTS, because the same thing happened with all the other MOTU exclusives that ran out and then started showing up on other retailers. Huge shout out also to Joe Coleman, awesome crew member, who had alerted us right before the stream started that the new Adventure Skeletor is finally on the Target app. He's already been showing up on store shelves, because I already picked him up on Friday and did a review, which is up on our website, toyhabits.com right now. So Joe, thank you so much for sending us the link to new Adventure Skeletor. And if you guys are on the after party afterward, you'll get to see him in hand.
Awesome. Yeah, we're doing a fun like toy haul segment. So I've picked out maybe 5 or 6 things that I got this week. Not everything, because I have a huge backlog, but it'll be fun. It's funny, like if you ordered more than one Duplico from Walmart, they were canceling your orders, because I think they had a little snag in their system where they didn't display the maximum quantity, and so people were buying like 2+, but they got their orders canceled because it exceeded the maximum quality. I only ordered 1, so mine actually is just shipping.
I actually ordered 2 because I got one for Jay, who was not able to get to the link. It wasn't working for him. But unfortunately the Baroness got her order canceled. I know that. And she was ordering, 2 of them, because she was hoping that they would come packaged better. If you order 1, it's more likely that he'll show up in a mailer envelope.
Oh yeah, that's actually a thing that I do with that's a thing that I do with Amazon. So anything collectible from Amazon, I'll actually buy 10 of. And so their track record is like 1 good out of 10 things. So I just order 10 and then send the rest back when I'm done.
There you go. So we'll see how he comes out. But at least it's on the Target system. I'm sure there's plenty of stock. It might just take them a little while for it to start showing up in there. But if you didn't get Duplico on Walmart's website, check our article. The link is on there. Save it and just keep checking back. And if you the key to this is if you click on the different options there where it says shipping for Target, you got in store, pickup or whatever, and shipping. Click on shipping and hit the little slider bar alert when in stock, and then you should get an email and a pop-up on your phone when Duplico comes back in stock. So that's the trick.
Pro tips from the toy sorceress. I'm very happy to see Duplico in other places than Walmart. So I'm very excited about that. And Duplico's still coming. Yeah, I mean, Walmart sucks. So Steve, he'll take Target over Walmart.
Absolutely. And then, Target does a much better job at getting stock in. So hopefully everyone will start seeing him. Oh, yay, you found a Moss Man. That's awesome. A lot of people have been reporting Moss Man on the shelves, picking them up. He's still to show up in our area, but our friends out there have helped us get a hold of Moss Man. So that was wonderful. We got Rob who picked him up for us. So thank you, Rob, so much for that. And actually, new Adventure Skeletor, I did buy him on Friday, and I saw him again at another Target store this morning. I think he's going to be fairly easy to find.
Yeah.
So don't freak out about that one. He's in stock right now on the Target app. So if you go to that in-hand review, the link is on there. And then after this stream, sometime this afternoon, we'll put up another article with just the information where to order new Adventure Skeletor. But the Target link is in that in-hand review, just down at the bottom where it says where to buy, if you're looking for them.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully with the Duplico showing up on Walmart or showing up on Target and new Adventure Skeletor finally coming on to Target, they'll be easier to find.
Yeah, absolutely. The Masterverse figures have been very easy to get a hold of, at least in my area. They haven't been too hard to get the newest figures. You know, it might not be every single Target, but you know, if you check a couple stores, they seem to pop up. So
yeah, I mean, this seems like super long ago, but Neil Hunter Hyde, big friend of the channel, super lucky to snag Duplico from that random Valentine's Day drop that Mattel never said anything about. That just showed up on the website. That's good.
Yep, I remember that one. I missed it, unfortunately, but
I know. Yeah. I think we were working, so
yeah. Frankie had his canceled as well. I'm sorry, Frankie.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I was reading a comment about somebody thinks that I just have to find it that Duplico will possibly show up on sites like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So
apparently, if you remember, there was a ton of circulating around, like in Mexico. They had like tons of stock of Duplico. I think that, you know, they did produce a lot of him as a figure, and the distribution's finally catching up here in the States. So I don't think it's going to be a problem, and I think you guys are going to be able to find them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it was Chris. So, yeah, and actually, Entertainment Earth has like a mint in box guarantee or a mint on card guarantee. So, if you want a Duplico just to save, because it's been pretty nutty, and I'm sure everybody's going Duplico gaga, but I really don't get it. But yeah.
I think it was kind of like a FOMO thing, right? You know, he looked cool and like he was impossible to get, and so everybody went crazy over him. It's like you want what you can't have.
Yeah, it's like, and also too, I've been seeing stuff in just like Facebook and Instagram of people finding Whiplash, New Eternia Ram Man, and New Eternia Clawful at Target too. So hopefully it's so funny. The distribution of Masterverse figures is so much better than Origins. Like I really don't understand it, but it's nice that they're showing up.
Oh yeah, and it's been that way for the history of the line. You know, Masterverse has been very easy to find, and Origins we still have Wave 7 hanging on the pegs.
Yes, and Rob 2023, good friend of the channel. Yes, Duplico does have two eyebrow colors. We're not sure which one is the harder one to find, because he's just hard to find in general. So I'm sure that only time will tell once we know and we can figure it out. I don't know if they just made a production error or if they just changed the eyebrows, but anyway.
Yeah.
So awesome. You found some really cool photos of Tunnel Rat.
Yeah, so G.I. Diego on Instagram posted these incredible pictures of Tunnel Rat, and he looks so good. I was just like floored by just the detail and the crispness of like the you know, insignias that he has tampoed on his chest and shoulder, and like the camo that's painted on his face and his arms. God, like the classified team has just been knocking it out of the park. Their figures are getting so much like so dialed in. I feel like, you know, like he looks great. What do you think, Michael?
He looks awesome. Yeah, this is one of my favorite figures that's coming out for the line, and so I'm really excited to see like just regular pictures instead of those production images that Hasbro has. So yeah, I think he really came out great, and a great nod to the vintage figure.
Yeah, and the face sculpt looks fantastic. You know, Larry Hama all the way. That's just great, because you know Tunnel Rat's supposed to be Larry Hama's face, so he turned out fantastic. And if you look on the next image, the next slide, Michael, he's got Grunt as well in hand. Hasn't posted additional images of him yet, but so cool. he was caught in that lineup.
I totally didn't notice that. That's hilarious.
I did, but I was like, "Where's the photos?" So maybe he'll put them in a little while, and then we'll get some in-hand images of Grunt too. But I mean, look at these figures; they're looking fantastic all together.
Yeah, I really love the way that they're handling the green shirt figures, and they're making them really unique, and they're adding
Yep.
just those extra details just to set them apart from each other. So it's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna look
Very
so good on
cool.
your shelf.
Yes. Cool. All right. Well, let's talk about the topic at hand. So today is Master. We're going to be focusing on Masters of the Universe Revolution, and that is a series coming to Netflix. You know, of course, produced by Kevin Smith. There was a panel at SDC, and they showed some really cool, maybe about 5 minutes total of footage, but it really gave us a look at the figures we could potentially get in the line.
Yeah, this new season of the animated series looks incredible. They're introducing all sorts of new characters, which makes it very exciting because that just hints at all new action figures that we might see in the Masterverse line. So, totally looking forward to it.
Want to say hello to
Hey,
Toy Habit
Danny.
member Danny. Terrence is finally, just kidding. I know we make you wait for the topic at hand, Terrence. Apologies.
Exactly.
But Bethany, who's Kevin Smith, right? But we saw some really neat figures that were already on display at San Diego Comic-Con. We had the Skeletech Skeletor, and it's really neat to see like how he's done in animation, because they really are just ripping the figures right out of the series and making them to match.
Absolutely. I mean, Mattel's doing an amazing job translating the animated look of these characters into figure form, and just picking up on all of the details and just, really translating it into plastic. It's incredible how well that they're doing the Revolution figures in the line now. So I think he looks great. Yeah.
Yes. And let's see, we also, it looks like Orko will also be his resurrected version, is what I'm calling this. He's also in the series as well. And they did a really good job with the figure.
Yes, they absolutely did. And I love that, little crystallized like flight stand that he comes with, and the little magic, effects that he's got around his hands and stuff. So he looks really great, and just, just flying off the cartoon screen right there.
Yes. And I think this particular version of Snout Spout is going to be a new Eternia figure, but in the series, they actually have Snout Spout in the series. And so it's kind of a coin toss whether he's going to be in the Revolution sub-branding or new Eternia. But I think he was with all of the new Eternia figures. So I'm kind of wondering if they'll make his new Eternia version and his Revolution version too.
They might circle back with that. I like that they're starting with the new Eternia version, since we don't have Snout Spout at all in the line, and that he's such a big and chunky, looking figure. They made him nice and huge, as an elephant should be, right?
Yeah.
So he looks great, and it's going to be exciting to see this new series. I'm not sure exactly when it airs, but there's a lot of great new characters in here, and seeing Snout Spout in there makes me think, yeah, they probably may release him as a second release.
Yeah, I can imagine like having that like really deep orange paint app like he is in the animated series, and kind of, I guess he's got hoses coming in where his tusks are, so that's an easy swap out that they
It's
could do
coming
instead
out,
of
yeah. And then in the cartoon series, it looks like he's got a more substantial chest armor, or maybe his outfit is not like fully orange. It's hard to tell because it looks like the straps are coming down lower, and he's got another piece sitting like kind of at his abs.
Yeah. Just wanted to just wanted to plus in some funny comments. Slamurai Jack, Orko in that form should be called Oracle O. Lots of love for Snout Spout in the chat. Brendan Barnes, wonderful crew member, and thank you so much for the donation to the
Thank you,
to the
Brennan.
Ghost and Cat Slayer. That was very generous of you. Thinks that Skeletech is a miss. If we're going to change his look and infect him with tech, go closer to the New Adventures design. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
Speaking Moisley says it's the fireman calendar snout spout.
Oh, totally.
Because of those ripped abs.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, I could totally see him on the calendar.
We're
Yeah,
Silver
and
King.
right, exactly. Danny brings up a good point. Like, there was actually a lot of figures that were in the Revelation series that never came to fruition. So Pig Boy,
Yeah.
Blade, even Panther. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I know. Come on, we're still waiting for Panther. What's up?
Yeah, I know. What's up with that? Oh,
What the
funny.
flock?
Cora.
Sorry, I had to throw that one. There he's flock too.
I know that'd be funny. Cora, I think, is calling in from Germany, possibly, if you're not correct me, but she never thought that she would like Snout Spout, but she likes him now, which is good.
That's awesome. Cora, is it like totally a different time for? I know we're in a totally different time zone, but are you like waiting for till like the middle of the night to watch us, or is it just like really late? And if you are, thank you for your continued patronage and support, because it's incredible if you're all the way in Germany and you're watching us right now.
Yes.
It's probably like really late.
I know. Yeah, it is. Ram Man, Manny Faces, and Stratos were missing from the Revelation lineup. Went to New Eternia. Would still like to see them in Revelation Revolution style. Yes, Douglas, I would not put it past them for doing that. So yeah, I think you could probably expect two versions, kind of like what they did with Trapjaw and Triclops. Right now, they kicked it off in Revelation, and then they went to New Eternia. So I'm sure that we'll see a vice versa going on with Ram Man, Manny Faces, and whatever.
Yep. And Pride of Grayskull, huge friend of the channel. How's it going, my friend? Says the fact that we don't have a Masterverse Panther is a crime. It actually is. At this point, we've got so many versions of Skeletor. How do we not have a Panther for him to ride on?
Crazy.
He's just stuck walking on his feet around Eternia and has no ride to get around.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you I guess your Skeletor figures either come with 3 toes or 5 toes, so maybe he missed some because he doesn't have a ride on Panther.
I think he's just gonna Uber around the planet, like he's right. Where's his ride?
That's funny. We have people are dropping Cat's Lair updates, so 26:30, so it's getting close, and today is the day, right?
Today is the day. Midnight tonight, Pacific Standard Time, so it would be 3 a.m. Eastern. Yep.
Awesome. All right.
And it says we've got 7 hours and 50 minutes left to go on their counter.
Okay. All right.
For the early bird. For the early bird, not the whole campaign, just the early bird. So don't freak out, people.
Another potential figure that we could see who's already released in the New Eternia line, and this is a sample of the Toy Sorceress's amazing photography. So it turns out that Too Bad in the footage that they were showing gets the motherboard treatment or infected with motherboard tech. So this would be something really easy for them to do.
Oh, absolutely. They can just take this design that they have and, probably just make a little bit of changes to the armor, or maybe the head sculpts, just to make it look slightly more animated, and add some tech accents, and then, call it a day.
Yeah. I'm like, if they did this and this was pretty much the only update, I don't know if I would be buying this, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool. And they would have different head sculpts probably for the heads, and they'd possibly
the head sculpts would be changed. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Cora is in Germany and it's 1 a.m. Wow. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's dedication right there. That's
absolutely awesome. Wow. Thank you for staying up, Cora. We appreciate it. Especially on a Sunday night. You gotta go to work tomorrow.
I know. Did y'all get motherboard from Yojo OC? I ordered one. Toy Sorceress, did you order the mommy board?
I skipped the mommy board. I'm not into the mommy board story. I don't know why. I just something about it, and so I skipped her. And I'm trying to be a little bit more finicky now because as the line gets deeper, we're all running out of shelf space. So I got to just kind of pick and choose my figures now instead of trying to go all in.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, That's good. I think as I'm getting more like deep into the line, like I like what they're doing with the Revelation and Revolution figures, but I find myself more attracted to the new Eternia flavors because it reminds me of what MOTU Classics was, just better.
Yep. Absolutely. That's exactly the ones that I have really enjoyed as a new Eternia subline. And that's the ones I'm probably sticking to from now on.
Got it.
Yeah.
One really cool figure that I'm really looking forward to, we did get a glimpse of what Hordak is going to look
Oh,
like.
yeah.
And he reminds me a lot like when they first dropped the Skelegod figure with that oversized armor. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that they might be reusing some of those parts, but it also could be a brand new design as well.
I mean, you could just see in that animated view of him, the legs look very similar. The little area around the neck is very similar, and he has a similar kind of buck to him. So I can see them reusing certain parts of it. And absolutely, I think he's going to be that more oversized figure. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget the name of this actor, but I'm assuming like I heard some of the voice acting that he does in the footage, and it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and it looks like the toys, the Toys of Time Gone By says that this is the voice of Spawn. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
very
Keith
interesting.
David. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
Keith
you,
David.
Toys of
Gotcha.
Time Gone By. The name just slipped my mind. I was like, I knew that. Everybody's dropping
Robzilla,
in.
Payne's Toy Samples, and Brennan all knew the name. So
This is
apparently we just
what the community's about, just pitching
you
in.
guys are
And
awesome.
so cool.
Thank you.
So yeah, Hordak is going to be awesome, and I hope that they also just have more of the Horde that are going to be shown
Yes.
in this series, because it would be neat to get Mantenna and Leech and all of the other Horde members. I mean, there's not a ton of them, so
Oh, totally. There's so much like runway left on the Masterverse line that we've got so many characters that still have yet to be made. All the more reason why I'm trying to be a little pickier on what I buy.
yeah,
But this Hordak's gonna look fantastic, so I'll probably have to pick them up.
it
When
is.
comes.
Zombie 2010, which I think is calling in from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. When is the tune hitting, or when is the new tune hitting Revolution? Is it? I don't know when this is coming out, so I don't know if they said or not, or if it just slipped my mind. So
I don't think they've said yet, but we know
okay.
it's imminent, right?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, Robzilla Modulok would be awesome to see in Masterverse. Like some of the Masters of the Universe Revelation figures, like Fisto and Clamchamp, they actually look like they're classics figures, and so I think there's some wiggle room. And so if they look, so I guess my litmus test is if it looks like the MOTU Classics design or similar, I'll just get it, no matter if it's New Eternia or whatever.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like me and you are totally on the same page when it comes to that.
Yes. One of the really cool things that I saw in the footage was that Rio Blast makes an appearance,
I know.
he also looks like he has some
It was
speaking
cool.
lines too. So
Wow.
this is of course the MOTU Classics design. We have not gotten a Rio Blast in Origins, but he's been teased, and so I think a Rio Blast character would be really cool to have.
Yeah, I actually really love this character. I don't have the classics version. I've been trying to pick him up for some time now. Just haven't found like a decent priced one. But I can't wait to see if they finally would release him for the Masterverse line. I'd totally get him. Revelation, whatever, new Eternia version, whichever one comes out, I would get him no matter what.
Oh, totally. Terrence thinks that I think in first quarter of 2024 that it will hit, which is great. Yeah, Terrence, early 24. Okay, that's good with me. Toys of Time Gone By. Jack Black should play a voice.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Totally. If you've seen what he did with Lizzo in The Mandalorian, he is just magical, and also in the Super Mario Brothers movie. So that would be awesome.
Oh, I'm sure. That's so cool. And Brave Star Partner, yes, he would be. Which reminds me, we did see some very cool images of the Marshall coming up really soon for pre-order from Ramen Toy. next month in August. It's supposed to be up mid-month for pre-order, and he looks fantastic. If you haven't checked it out, we did post an article yesterday with some updated production images of the Marshal, so check it out on toyhabits.com.
Yes. And I think another figure that would be amazing to see, of course, we saw King Randor in the first Revelation series, but he has yet to have a figure made in the Masterverse line. And so
absolutely. And of course,
Burger King should be
Randy is Randy.
Randy.
Randy needs a figure for Masterverse. I can't wait for him. He's going to be super cool. And I'm absolutely going to pick this up. Even if he's the cartoon version, I love Randor. I got to get Randy. He is coming to my collection. So can't wait to see how he turns out.
Yeah, and Randor has a special place in your heart too. You also have you have a really cool display of some Randor stuff.
Yes, I do. I have the vintage King Randor. I absolutely love him. And he is one of only 2 carded MOTU vintage figures that I own. I only have 2 carded figures, Stinkor and King Randor, and I paid him for that Randor, but he's incredible. And I absolutely love him. He's one of my favorites. Plus, I always love that he looked like the Burger King. So, have it your way.
Right.
And I had to, when I first got my Origins Randor, of course I had to put, Photoshop him with a burger in his hand because, he's absolutely the Burger King. But I can't wait for him to come out.
Yes, and possible spoiler from the footage, and Brennan's 99% sure Randy is dying in Revolution from the teaser image. Who knows?
Another one. Brennan, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I mean, the people that died have come back except for Fisto and Clampjamp, which I think was a miss on their part, because I was like, wait, before Go could come back, where's Clampjamp and Fisto?
See, that's my problem. I'm too much of an optimist with stuff, and especially with a cartoon series. It's like, cartoons aren't supposed to die. They're cartoons. So I had a really hard time with that during the first season in Revelations, that all these core characters are just being offed like right away. It kind of was hard to watch. Although it was a cool cartoon, but come on.
Yeah, and I think it's funny when I was watching I think people were streaming the MOTU Revolution panel at SDCC, and Kevin Smith was just making light of just killing everyone. And I think, he's gotten the feedback, and it's funny because he was like, who in the house loves, watched and loved Revelation, because he got so much flack for it and the crowd went wild. And he was like, where he's like, there's got to be people out there that hate it in the crowd. So, but I don't know. I guess if you went and saw that panel, then you were a fan anyway. But
that's kind of how I felt after I watched the first. I guess, what is it? The first group of new Star Wars figures where like Han Solo and Chewie and everything came back. The name of the first movie, it's escaping me, but they killed Han Solo in that movie, and I left the theater pissed off, and I've never been pissed off. And I don't think I really enjoyed any of the other films after that. So that's why I couldn't get into the new movies. Because you can't kill Han Solo. I was just like, this is ridiculous. So anyway, seeing the cartoons being killed off during Revelation was really hard. So if you do kill him off, Kevin Smith, please bring him back in another form in another episode, even if they're going to Preternia.
Right. Pop actor Inspector Gadget was never killed. Right. So dig it.
He was super bionic, with all his little gadgets. You couldn't get to him. That's why.
Right.
Just bounce off with his shoes.
Rob Zilla reminds us it's the Transformers '86 movie all over again. I mean, they killed Optimus Prime, so anything's possible.
No. I mean, who was thinking about that? You don't think the kids were leaving the theater crying at the end?
I know, right? Like, what happened?
Oh no.
Yeah. Or, if you got a special showing of the Transformers movie and you were the only one in the theater, I don't actually know how well it did at the box office. I just remember my brother and I sitting just alone in a movie theater watching Prince's Sign of the Times when it came out. I was like,
oh my God,
anybody else want to watch this?
That's too funny. Pop actor says King Randor would love a good Whopper. I think he would.
That is funny. Yeah, I know that they're not making vehicles for the Revolution or Revelation line, or they haven't. But I think it would be still neat to see some stuff like the Sky Sled. Maybe we'll see Andra in her maybe Man at Arms Andra instead of like Creeper, not Creeper, but like she was kind of going around with Tila, trying to invade Stinkor's lair and trying to find evil Lynn.
This shot of Andra on the Sky Sled, because it has so much incredible detail and it looks like it's so prominent in this shot, I don't put it past Mattel to maybe not produce one. It's a very small size vehicle that could easily be done as a 2-pack in the Masterverse scale. It's just like doing a Ram cycle that we've had a million of. So I can see this being done. Like, why not?
Yeah, and Pride of Grayskull, huge friend of the channel and Toy Habits crew member, says, I use all my classics vehicles for Masterverse. The scales are perfect. So yeah, if you have Masterverse or MOTU classic stuff to pair with your Masterverse figures, totally works. That's great.
Absolutely. They would fit great in there.
Yeah. And there were some things that I was like, really, are they going to be doing this? Like, this kind of looks like a mashup of Samus from Metroid and something that is coming out of the Marvel universe, or like a Hulkbuster suit that Andra's in.
I
and I
know.
think King Randor is in there too at some point.
Are you serious?
What?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, this feels very, very out of place in the world of Eternia. It doesn't seem to really fit.
Yeah, Hulkbuster Hector stole some Stark tech. Cora did not expect this from a MOTU cartoon. I didn't either. So, but I mean, they must be fighting some really big battles or some really gruesome foes in this one to have like a whole mech suit.
Like, I know, and it's just, if you were to look at this image like standalone and just ask someone what is this from, I guarantee you the last thing on their mind would be MOTU.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you just saw this, totally.
Yeah, just by itself. Yeah, you would not think that.
Skelevator, what is up, my friend? If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, go over and sub and watch it. Looks like Extendar different colors though. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like it could. It's like
this reminds me of like we call it the Pico de Gallo version of the pizza van, which is from Super 7, because they had that test shot with just the different color plastics that whatever was in the mold, and it was in these reds and greens. So we called it Pico de Gallo. So he looks like he's wearing a Pico de Gallo kind of Hulkbuster suit.
That's hilarious.
And so it's that version of Extendar, maybe.
That's funny. Clint, who is an amazing crew member, also thank you so much for the donation. We are sitting down to watch Revelation as a family. Haven't seen it yet, so apologies, Clint, for spoiling it, but it's a great.
Oh God,
I enjoyed it. If you take it for what it is, it's actually. It was. I thought it was well done, but there are some things that everybody is complaining about or divided by. So I guess you will see.
Yes, there's a lot of divided items, but it is an incredible cartoon series. So, oh my God, how cool is this?
I know, it's like what I love about the series is like, I think it's also what I loved about the CGI MOTU cartoon was they are just having different takes on different vehicles. And so I think this is maybe a different version of the Talon Fighter. I'm not sure, but it could be a different. Oh yeah.
It would be an episode if I didn't have something fly by the screen, but that is such a cool looking Talon Fighter.
But yeah, this one probably would be too big for 6-inch scale unless Mattel did another crowdfunding project. But
I know, but it looks incredible. I love like how they made the wings like much more prominent, and it looks even more bird-like than the actual Talon Fighter does, because I don't know, just something about the larger like wingspan on it, and more of like the glass canopy on the top. It's really cool. I like that.
Yes.
Flavor.
Brian brings up a good point. Like, could this be Zoar? I don't know because of the like tech fan engines in the wings, but anything's possible.
Yeah. It looks great though. Whatever it is, I love this vehicle. It looks fantastic.
Ooh, Terrence St. John was at the panel. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we were watching it from our houses because somebody was streaming.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's funny, and I complained about it at the time, is like they did not stream the panel. They just like let people film it with their phones from the audience, which was ridiculous because we couldn't see things well. We could not hear them well either. I know it's like being at SDCC, like getting to go see the panels is part of what you're paying for. But if I was Mattel or Hasbro, would you not want to like showcase that, film it, and maybe if you don't want to live stream it at the time, air it afterward, after SDC is over, so then people could get really good views of what you're talking about and what you're displaying for your new product. I mean, anyway, I'm off my soapbox now, but it was really frustrating watching the panels that way. And thank you for all you YouTubers out there who tried to stream it for us, even though we saw it with people's heads in the way and stuff.
That was awesome because for people that just don't have the means to get to SDCC, that was amazing. Christopher looks like something out of Tears of the Kingdom. I totally agree. I've been on a Tears of a Kingdom binge and just playing this probably till the wee hours of the morning, and probably longer than I should be on because I should be sleeping, but it's such a great game. I love it.
Yep.
So
that is too cool.
It is cool. All right. So more Revolution figures are coming. So yeah, it'll just be neat to see what is beyond the first few that we saw at SDCC. They had Battle Armor He-Man, Tila, and Skeletech. So and Orko and Gwildor. So
oh yeah, Gwildor. And I wonder how he's gonna work into the story, but they've been kind of intermixing various different, I guess, genres of the Masterverse into the cartoon. So that's going to be pretty cool to see.
Yes. Want to give a huge shout out to amazing crew member Masters of the Mini Comics. And if you have not checked out his channel, it is fantastic. You will look at the mini comics in a very different way. The production quality of what he does is outstanding and stellar. And it really looks like a produced television show focused on the comics, because there is incredible voice acting and just storytelling from the comics that goes on. So check out Masters of the Mini Comics. You will not be sorry.
Yeah, he has an incredible channel. Great job.
Yes. It's very cool. Very cool channel. And I think the last thing that we have on the agenda just for today is I called it a Moss Man unboxing. I actually took it out of the box beforehand, but I actually wanted to show what the figure looked like. I know, and I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Rob 2023, who had found this in Ohio. Like, his Walmart is an hour from his house each way, so a 2-hour round trip. He was able to secure Moss Man for myself, the Toy Sorceress, and one other lucky individual. So they are in transit to them.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah,
thank you so much. I'm so excited. I can't tell you.
I know, it's so funny. Like, you were losing your S when I told you that.
Oh my God, totally. I know. I did go on multiple hunts, totally empty-handed, for Moss panties nowhere to be found in our areas. So Rob, I really, really, really appreciate your help with that. Super, super nice of you. And I can't wait to see Michael's in-hand view of Moss Man, because I have yet to see him up close in person.
Yes, and actually you can get a much better shot of the What the Flock t-shirt. There are also designs with Moss Man saying What the Flock on our channel, but here's a good taste. And I didn't do an unboxing because, one, it's loud, and two, it might take a little time, but I just wanted to talk to you about some gotchas if you don't pay attention. Like, if you're planning to keep this box nice with all of the art, just one thing to note is these tabs are hooked together, so don't tear into it like a mad person. Just cut the tape and slowly take it out, because you'll probably rip these little seams here.
It doesn't have a regular flap. That's interesting.
Yeah, like the flap folds in on each other, and so if you are not paying attention, you're just going to rip this thing, and it'll probably rip the inside of here. So
my suggestion to you all, if you're going to cut the tape, try and use like an X-Acto knife to cut the tape rather than like a scissors, because the scissors might put a little bit too much weight and pressure on the box when you try and open it, and that'll make it like nice and clean, just as a tip.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure Silver K would have something to say about just the tips. So anyway, just also one thing to note, he's not tied down with anything, which I think is awesome. And I think they did that because I'm sure that the tying of the figure would probably dig into the flocking and make him so Allison is filling in for Silver K today.
Thank you, Allison.
So he's not tied down with anything, so it makes it really easy to pop out and you're not going to damage your figure. But I thought he came out really, really nice. I mean, this, I know, I'm sorry you have.
He's gorgeous. I'm freaking out.
And he does smell like pine, and it's not like a really pungent smell, although I saw one person in the comments said that his was pretty strong. But I thought the figure came out really nicely. I don't know what they do and how they can get like flocking to stick on an action figure. Like, I'm used to seeing flocking on Christmas trees. It always amazes me, like what is this process that they're doing here? But I thought
so good.
Yeah,
so
he looks
good,
amazing, and you can see his washboard abs that are coming through the flocking, and so it's not that deep of a flocking where it's going to cover all of the detail, because you can still see the definition in the muscles and everything else. So the things that are not flocked are his hands, and also the extra head sculpt is not
which
flocked.
Makes sense.
So yeah,
the extra head sculpt is kind of odd that they didn't flock it, but his hands make sense because you're going to be putting his accessories in it. And you don't want it to rub off the flocking, but that extra head, he's kind of bald, is kind of weird. But Douglas Jan, one of our crew members, says he's flocking amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
he's definitely flocking amazing. And also just thank you, Douglas. We also shouted you out in our last live stream that we did too, just for planting the seed about the hashtag what the flock turning into merch. So it's a fun thing that grew out of the channel organically.
Thank you so much.
It's funny. He doesn't smell just on his own. Like, you have to like put your nose up to him really close. Not like Stinkor, where you know his Origins figure didn't smell at all, but the MOTU Classics ones has a really pungent smell to it. So
I do have that one. I have to like smell him again, but he's from the Twin Pines Mall. That's hilarious. Can you put him closer to the camera so we can just sit here and like ogle him for a minute in all his flocky glory?
Yeah,
I'm sitting here just drooling. Yeah. Like, he looks so cool.
This might be as close as I can get it, but he did come with an extra accessory, and I think this is the mace or club that Pighead came with too.
Yeah, that's Pighead.
And of course his standard mace that he came with in the vintage line too. Now he does come with an extra set of armor, and I like in my mind this armor was not for Moss Man, it was actually for Beast Man, and so I put him in the yellow armor, just low-key. I just put him in the yellow armor because it was such a nod to the vintage line where they had these weapons packs and accessory packs, and so I'm actually going to leave the yellow armor on Beastman, and now I wish
great on him. It looks great on him, Michael. I really like it because this version of Beastman is so bright orange that yellow armor on him like totally pops. It looks great.
Yeah, wow. I never imagined just putting the yellow armor on Moss Man, but he looks cool. But it's definitely
my Moss Man is 415 friendly.
It's so funny because I was like, before the show, I was like, where the heck is my Beastman? Where did I put it? So it's funny. I had put a bunch of Origins figures up here, and I totally forgot because my Origins display is also across the room. And I was like, really? It took me a while to figure out that he was with the other ones up there. But,
how funny. Can we see the backside of Moss Man? Can you flip him around so we can see the backside?
Yeah, you can see Moss Man's nice furry brown undies, and they did a great job still.
And then if you lift his arms a little bit, and you can do it gently, just to I guess to see his pits or like joints. I'm just trying to show people the joints, right? So he's flocked very well. Like, you can't you can't really see like the exposed joints. They did such a great job. I mean, you know, alone on his elbows and his knees,
Yeah,
and
also
all the rest of it, it's such a
on the
tight
ankles too.
tolerance, and the
Yeah,
ankles too. You don't have like any exposed plastic showing through there. That's
right.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did a really great job. You know, I think, you know, people are, you know, not happy with the price point, but also too, like, even
Mhm.
you can, I mean, he
Mhm.
still has all the same articulation as a regular MOTU
Yeah.
figure. So it's like in the mid shin area too. It also has that articulation. So they really did a good
Yeah.
job.
Take Two says the flocking gives his thighs a bit more girth, so now it looks like he's wearing brown speedos, even though it's not any more skimpy than Beastman's.
That's
Oh my god,
hilarious.
it's too funny. But
Um,
you know, just going back to the flocking that they did on his joints, if you take a look at the MOTU Classics version of Moss Man, which I do have, a lot of his joints do not have flocking on it. Like his shoulders kind of get cut back quite a ways where it's just the exposed plastic. It's like that on his knees, and a lot of the joints have kind of the exposed plastic because they didn't want to get the flocking too close to it. So the fact that Mattel took freaking forever, and I'm saying forever because I've been staring at teases for Moss Man since the beginning of the flocking line. They took forever to get Moss Man out to us, and they did an absolutely amazing, spectacular job because they got him perfect, Michael. They
yeah.
figured out how to flock every piece of him, get the tolerances right, make his face look cute. The flocking looks flocking amazing. And thank you, Mattel. I know we waited forever, but it's like a
Yeah.
fine wine. You wait for it, and it's just like, you know, it's a chef's kiss on that. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
did such a good job.
Oh, they did a great job, and you know, you'll be getting yours probably on Monday is probably when it's
Oh my
set.
god, tomorrow. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
He also comes with an extra hand that's not flocked. So yeah, it's his hands and his part of his face aren't flocked, which is cool. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
And I'm calling it right now. If he does come tomorrow, I am going to do an in-hand review of Moss
oh,
Man. So you
nice.
guys are going to get to see close-up photographs of him, and I'll try and throw like a 360 video in our review as well, so you can see it on the website, and everybody can enjoy Mossy. So you know, and thank you, Rob. I am going to dedicate that to you for getting him to me.
Yeah, and I
Appreciate it.
didn't kill Moss Man here like Kevin Smith did in the Revelation series, but yeah, you can
Mhm.
also see, you know, he still retains all of the other
That's awesome.
you know, part swapping and things like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, they also did the seams for the flocking are really nice. Like nothing is spilling over, you know, onto
That's
his
great.
furry brown underwear.
It looks like
Why he has brown underwear, I don't know, but we're
Mhm.
gonna leave that for another show. But here, I'll just throw on his alternate head sculpt, and so you can take a look at it that way. I don't think I'm gonna display him this way because I just don't have
Yeah.
like it doesn't do anything for me. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's another cool head.
It's
So
there if you want it.
yeah.
Absolutely. So Rob says, I can't believe how fast they got to Michael. I also requested he not tease you with them too much. Socials. That's okay. He is coming tomorrow. And I also want to give a really big shout out to Mr. Home Arcade, because he did have one more extra Moss Man that I do want to keep one beautifully carded, which I do want to mention that there is a Mockmaster case out there. And Mr. Home Arcade was nice enough to I think he sent it off yesterday. So
Oh,
I
that's
can have a nice, beautifully carded example of
awesome.
Moss Man. And Rob, the one that you're sending me tomorrow, I will open him. I will cherish him. I'm going to review him. I'll hug him. I'll
Aw.
smell him. I'll carry him around with me. And
Wow.
I will love him dearly because I am so excited. So to both you, Rob and Mr. Home Arcade, thank you so much for helping get Moss Man to me because I did need to.
Yes,
Thank you,
and
guys.
yes, and Mr. Home Arcade is awesome. Samurai Jack,
Yes.
hope his underwear wasn't originally white. Yes, that's what we all hope and fear. But
Yes, let's hope.
speaking of Silver
So
K,
Carrie's here.
so she is here. We did a live stream with Silver K back on, oh my gosh, so long ago on Tuesday because she was actually at Comic-Con, and so we wanted to actually talk to somebody who was there so she could share her experience. So that is on our YouTube channel. She is also has her own YouTube channel called Geek the F Out, and it's so entertaining. She's great with her other co-hosts. So if you go over to her page, give her a sub and watch her content because it's amazing and she is great.
Absolutely. We gave you several name checks, Silver K. You missed to cut the tip off on some other. You got to go back and rewatch this because you're going to have a lot of great one-liners from it. But yeah, this has been so much fun. I know we are running a little bit late for our after party live stream for our junkies and addicts. So with that, if we don't have anything else, and Silver Key, thank you for being here. Allison, you too. I know you guys were, I think, hanging out on a stream together. That's so awesome. It's great to see everybody here in the chat. Thank you again to Daniel with Soundtracks
with
from Birdman. I'm sorry, I'm screwing up.
That's okay.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for setting up the GoFundMe. You are incredible. And thank you to all of those who have donated. That is just such a huge help because we work really hard to run this YouTube channel and the website. And that requires us, unfortunately, to buy toys because we have to review them and talk about them and all these things, which anyway, we love. But, it does get quite expensive keeping up with all of this stuff. Yeah. So it's going to be a huge help. Getting a little bit of relief to get that into our collection so that we can share it up close and personal with you guys when we receive them. So that'll be really nice.
Yes, and we are looking forward to hanging out with the junkies and the addicts in our other live stream that we have to hop onto. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and watching and contributing to this wonderful community for the last hour and change. And yeah, we will see the addicts and the junkies really soon. If you want to know the link, it's in the community. It's in our community section on YouTube, and so just go there for the link to the live stream, and we will be on soon.
Yes, and one last thing before we go, it looks like Super 7 is updating their numbers on the Cat's Lair a little more frequently now because it's actually up to 2647. It's gone up twice since we've been on the stream. So they are starting to get some updated numbers. So let's continue to watch it tonight, and we will update you on our website and see if this thing funds. By tonight, it'll be fantastic. We are still 353 backers away. So, but I'm thinking we're going to make it. I think there's probably some numbers that haven't come in yet. So
yeah, I hope so. We got to make the kitty cat lair. We have to make the Toy Sorceress's dreams come true with all the unlocks and everything. But hope everyone.
I need Astral Lion-O. I really need that.
We need Astral Lion-O for the Toy Sorceress. So please back it if you're on the fence.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's been fabulous hanging out with everybody on this Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope Monday does not come super fast. So
it always does. We can't make it stop.
No. But
all right, thanks everybody.
All right, we will see you this coming weekend. All right, bye y'all.
Bye everybody.